Good morning, students. I myself Divakar Pandey from Kuntinagar Modern English School, Nevada, and welcome to you in your e-learning class. Today, I am going to provide you my third video lecture of lesson 8, and the topic is Ashoka, the emperor who gave up war. In my previous video lecture, as I have discussed you about tribute, and now today I am going to discuss the next point, and this point is the emperor and the capital city. In this paragraph, we will study about Megasthenes. So now we come to know who was Megasthenes. Yes, Megasthenes was an ambassador who was sent to the court of Chandragupta. By whom? By the Greek ruler of West Asia named Seleucus Nicator. Megasthenes wrote an account, and in his account, whatever he saw, he described about our country. Yes, and particularly he described as Maurya Empire. He describes in his descriptions that the occasions on which the emperor appears in public are celebrated with grand royal procession. He is carried in a golden palanquin. Palanquin, it means palki. His guards ride elephants decorated with gold and silver, and some of the guards carry trees on which live birds, including a flock of trained parrots, circle about the head of the emperor. The king is normally surrounded by armed women, and he also describes that he is afraid that someone may try to kill him. It means the king was afraid that someone might have tried to kill him, and he has a special servant to taste the food before he eats. Like this, he never sleeps in the same bedroom for 2 nights. So these were the status of the king in Mauryan Empire. And next he describes about Patliputra, that is also known as modern Patna. He wrote, Patna was a large and beautiful city, and it was surrounded by a massive wall, and it had 570 towers and 64 gates. The house of 2 and 3 story were built of wood and mud brick in Patliputra, and the king's palace was also of wood and decorated with stone carvings, and it was surrounded with gardens and enclosures for keeping birds. So like this was the empire, and this was the living place of king in Patliputra according to Megasthenes. Now we come to know about Ashoka, how he is known as a unique ruler. What is the reason? The most famous Mauryan ruler is known as Ashoka. It means Ashoka was the most famous Mauryan ruler. He was the first ruler who tried to take his message to the people through his inscriptions. And most of the Ashoka's inscriptions were written in which language do you know? In Prakrit language, and were written in the Brahmi script. So these are the picture of his inscriptions that were written in Brahmi script. Now we come to know about Ashoka's war in Kalinga. Yes, it means Ashoka's war of Kalinga. Kalinga is the ancient name of coastal Odisha. Do you know? It means Odisha was called Kalinga in ancient time. You can see it on map 5 on page number 76. So Ashoka fought a war to conquer Kalinga. However, he was so horrified when he saw the violence and bloodshed that he decided not to fight any more wars. It means after the war of Kalinga, the Ashoka decided not to fight any more war. So Ashoka was the only king in the history of the world, or he is the only king in the history of the world who gave up conquest after winning a war of Kalinga. Now we come to know about Ashoka's inscription. Ashoka's inscription describing the Kalinga war. When we study Ashoka's inscription, we find the description about Kalinga war that this is what Ashoka declared in one of his inscriptions. He described in his inscriptions that 8 years after becoming king, he conquered Kalinga. About 1.5 lakh people were captured, and more than 1 lakh of people were killed. That filled him with sorrow. Why? What was the reason? He asked in his inscriptions that whenever an independent land is conquered, lakhs of people die and many are taken prisoner. Brahmins and monks also die. People who are kind to their relatives and friends, to their slaves and servants die or lost their loved ones. Like this, he wrote in his inscriptions next. That was why he was sad with this war and had decided to observe Dharma and to teach others about it as well. So he believed that winning people over through Dhamma was much better than conquering them through force. Like this, next he described in his Dhamma about this war that he was inscribing that message for the future so that his son and grandson after him should have not think about war. Instead, the war they would like to try to think about how to spread Dhamma. So this was the inscription about Kalinga War, whatever Ashokas had written. Now we come to know about what is Dhamma. Yes, which type of word is Dhamma? So Dhamma is a Prakrit word for the Sanskrit term Dharma. So Dhamma means Dharma. Now we come to know about what was Ashoka's Dhamma. Yes, Ashoka's Dhamma did not involve worship of any god or performance of a sacrifice. He felt that just as a father tries to teach his children, he had a duty to instruct his subjects, it means his people, his public. So he was also inspired by the teachings of Lord Buddha, about which you can study in chapter 7. There were a number of problems when Ashoka started to spread his Dhamma. So what were these problems? Yes, these problems were that troubled him. People in the empire followed different religions in that time, and this sometimes led to conflict. Animals were sacrificed in ancient society, slaves and servants were ill-treated. Besides these, there were quarrels in families and amongst neighbors. So Ashoka felt it was his duty, first of all, to solve these problems. So he appointed officials for this work, and these officials were known as Dhamma Mahamata. Dhamma Mahamata were officials that were appointed by Ashoka. And these officials used to go from place to place and they used to teach people about his Dhamma. Besides these, Ashoka got his message inscribed on rocks and pillars also, instructing his officials to read this message to those who could not read it themselves. So like this, Ashoka also sent messengers to spread ideas about Dhamma to other lands such as Syria, Egypt, Greece, and Sri Lanka, where the country that can be seen on map 6, pages 84 to 85. He also built roads, dug wells, and built rest houses. Besides these, he arranged for medical treatment for both human beings and animals also. Now we come to know about Ashoka's message to his subjects. Yes, in other video I will discuss you about this. Thank you. Have a nice day.